Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome to it. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Welcome. Great to have you with us. It's Monday.
Yay.
Finally got through that weekend.
Boy.
Thought it would never end.
Stupid weekend.
Yeah. You too?
Yeah. Hate
Just
days off.
Not wait to get back here.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are. Fortunately. What a weekend for Michael Bloomberg.
Every minute.
Wow.
Something bad was breaking.
I mean, amazing. He had himself an amazing weekend is what he had. First of all, they started floating this thing about Hillary is maybe going to be his running mate. Now, would Hillary even accept being the running mate of Michael Bloomberg? I doubt it.
As everyone online speculated.
That she wouldn't? Or
no,
would?
That Mike Bloomberg didn't kill himself. So
already jumping to that conclusion?
Yeah, because if she's that close to the power.
Yeah.
So she would totally take that, because then she only has to serve as Veep for like 5 minutes.
Right. And then, I don't know, he slipped and fell down the stairs, broke his neck. I don't know what happened.
White House is a tricky place.
Yeah. Another plane crash. Oh, boy. I hate to see that. Hate to see it.
Shoot. Wait, does this...
Somebody else
I didn't think of this. I'm a president now?
Oh,
it just occurred to me. I didn't even think of that.
How about that? Who saw him, shooting himself in the head 3 times and then dragging himself across the street and dumping himself in the park?
Right there.
Nobody saw that.
For the Washington Memorial.
Right. Yeah, nobody saw that coming.
Oh.
So, yeah. They've kind of backed off, I guess, already.
Yeah, that test balloon didn't fly, huh?
Yeah, it didn't really work for him. You know what does work for him is dancing on an off-Broadway production or whatever he's doing here.
Wearing like a fish costume and...
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
So this is like a little mermaid thing. Oh, it's about New York City. NYC. SEA. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not good. Here we go.
No.
Okay, Mike, take it away.
So is this some gay thing or?
I don't know.
Up there we got big bed bugs.
What? Big bed bugs?
Up there A-Rod's taking drugs.
A-Rod's taking drugs?
The cops on the beat, they care.
Do we know when this took place?
Firefighters, teachers, we got heroes everywhere.
Heroes everywhere. Ugh.
Oh,
Okay.
man, that's some good stuff.
But that wasn't even the best from this. I think let's do the Mary Poppins thing here. Play that one. Okay, so here comes... Oh, boy.
I'll tell you where I'm going.
Okay, tell us.
Oh, beautiful, Michael.
First, Iowa, then New Hampshire. Maybe I can get the whole country to behave.
Oh, you'd like that. Get the whole country to behave. Look at that. How embarrassing. Floating away with an umbrella, and there goes Mike Bloomberg's
Is that the
presidential...
same? I wonder if that's the same
That's what
play.
I'm trying to figure out, yeah. Ugh.
Wow.
Just ridiculous.
The
And
guy,
that was the good stuff for his weekend. That came out.
he loves to pander. He loves to pander.
Maybe I can get the whole nation to behave themselves. Spoken like a true progressive.
Yeah, sure is. Sure was. He had some other special moments, too. Talking about farmers, you can tell, you can feel the respect that he has for farmers. You can just feel it.
Even people in this room, so no offense intended,
Okay.
to be a farmer.
Yeah.
It's a
Anybody
process.
can be.
You dig a hole, you put a seed in, you put dirt on top, add water, up comes the corn.
Right.
Then we had 300, you could learn that. Then you have 300 years of the Industrial Society. You put the piece of metal on the lathe, you turn the crank in the direction of the arrow, and you can have a job. And we created a lot of jobs.
Sure.
At one point, 98% of the world worked in agriculture. Today, it's 2% in the United States. Now comes the information economy. And the information economy is fundamentally different because it's built around replacing people with technology.
Okay.
And the skill sets that you have to learn are how to think and analyze. And that is a whole degree level different.
What an elitist, man.
Oh, you got to have gray matter, he says.
Wow.
For the new economy.
What an elitist.
He is something else, man.
It's easy. Anybody can be a farmer. Anybody can be a farmer. You just put a seed in there, you put some dirt over it, fine. Water it.
I've spent 43 years of my life going back and forth thinking that, this is the year I'm going to have a garden. This is the year I'm making stuff grow.
Yeah, no.
I'm not going to have to go to the produce section anymore. I could get like maybe
a little tougher than he made it sound there. I guarantee you that. Like any dummy can be a farmer. Farmers, and factory workers, they're stupid too. You know who are intelligent? People like me who have a digital technology company. I'm smart. You can't just plug anybody into this job. Wow. That's amazing.
Yep. Boy, he is.
He's really courting those votes in Iowa, isn't he? And
those
Minnesota, Kansas.
Oh, he's getting those states in November. Yep.
Jeez.
I mean, he didn't go to Iowa in January. He might as well skip it November if he's the nominee.
Man.
Stuff like that. Oh.
And then, I mean, that's not even the half of it. We barely skimmed the surface on Michael Bloomberg over the weekend. Sean King, who is the white
the
black
white guy who thinks he's black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And in fact, wasn't he the head of an NAACP chapter or some such thing? Or was it Black Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter.
I think that's one of his deals.
Yeah, you're thinking of Rachel Dolezal.
Right. Anyway, he tweeted out a clip of Bloomberg talking about death penalties.
Oh.
What things they can fix right away. If you're bleeding, they'll stop the bleeding. If you need an X-ray, you're going to have to wait. That's just... And all of these costs keep going up. Nobody wants to pay any more money. And at the rate we're going, healthcare is going to bankrupt us. So not only do we have a problem,
then get out of it.
It's going to bankrupt us. And we've got to sit here and say which things we're going to do and which things we're not. Nobody wants to do that. If you show up with prostate cancer, you're 95 years old.
95 years
old.
old.
You should say, go and enjoy, have a nice meal, lead a long life. There's no cure, and you can't do anything. If you're a young person, we should do something about it. Society's not willing to do that yet. So we're going to bankrupt us, and we're not looking at...
Wow.
No one's willing to do that yet, to tell the 95-year-old,
go home and die. You had a nice life.
Sorry, there's no cure. What? There's no cure to prostate cancer? Shut up. And he's like, but if you're young, we'll take care of you. Maybe it's bankrupting us because we're not supposed to be in the business of healthcare as a government to begin with. Did you ever think of that, Mike? Mike can do it.
Oh, he's bad. He is really bad because he just believes that he's so brilliant. People are just going to, I just need to plain talk to him. I just need to tell him things that they don't understand. I'll just make them understand it. Hey, look, a 95-year-old man with prostate cancer, we're not going to treat him. There's nothing in it for society.
Yep.
Sorry. We're going to send you home to die. Yeah, go enjoy yourself. Go watch some TV and we'll get you hyped up on morphine. Don't worry about it. A little fentanyl, some morphine, you'll be fine until you die, of course. If you're 20, we'll treat your prostate cancer. Because chances are you don't have it when you're 20.
And then there's still some worth to society.
Jeez, that's
to have you
unbelievable.
around.
Wow.
But what was the other thing he said is like, but nobody wants to do that yet. Nobody wants to have that discussion.
Nobody wants to do death penalties yet?
Yeah, you're right,
What
Mike.
is the matter with these Americans?
Mike will get it done.
Mike can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Mike will get it. Yeah, is it Mike can get it done?
I don't know.
Mike can do it? I don't know.
Mike will get it done.
Mike will get it done. Okay.
In other words, Mike will kill you where you sleep.
Wow. So thank you for all that, Mike. That's very exciting stuff.
Yeah, and that's...
should stick to Broadway plays.
Like I said, that's just half of his weekend. You got that book or whatever they're talking about that was made from former employees with quotes from him or something. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, in 1990, employees at Bloomberg LP gave their boss a booklet, containing notable quotes they said were attributed to him over the years as a gag birthday gift. Oh, isn't that nice?
It'll be fun.
That booklet, called The Portable Bloomberg, The Wit and Wisdom of Michael Bloomberg, is a compendium of allegedly sexist, crude, and off-color remarks the Bloomberg's employees heard him make, including, if women wanted to be appreciated for their brains, they'd go to the library instead of Bloomingdale's. Okay.
Okay.
All right, good. Thank you.
Good start.
So anyway, Insider.com just recently obtained a copy of the book.
Oh, no.
We have some of the wonderful quotes from Mike. Mike simply did not say the thing somebody wrote in this gag gift, which has been circulating for 30 years and has been quoted in every previous election Mike has been in. He actually, these are his quotes. So you got to be really proud if you're Michael Bloomberg. On computers, he said, you know why computers will never take the place of people? Because a computer would say that the sex of the person giving you a some sort of action doesn't matter.
Good morning. Uh-huh. Okay.
So he obviously believes that the sex of the person doing that to you does matter. Right?
Yeah.
Is that an anti-gay remark?
I guess it is. I don't know.
On the Bloomberg terminal, it will do everything, including giving you the same act.
Oh, he's got a fixation.
I guess that puts a lot of you girls out of business.
Oh,
wow.
No.
On marriage, sex with someone you love is sex with someone you love. The pluses are you don't have to buy dinner, and the only thing you catch is calluses.
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
Okay. Whenever my wife catches me eyeing some broad, that's beautiful. Yeah, whenever my wife catches me eyeing some broad.
Over there.
She's very careful to turn to me and say, that's the most expensive piece of A in the world. Over there. What a douche.
He is something else, man.
On capitalism.
Oh, here we go.
I believe in the capitalist system and free enterprise. The only exception is 8th Avenue, where people pay for what they could get for free. Okay. Nice. That's nice. On salesmanship, make the customer think he's getting laid when he's actually getting something else.
Wow.
He's a real gem, Michael Bloomberg.
And he could be yours in November.
Wow.
Oof. Yeah, he's
shooting up the polls.
He was riding high. I tell you, it's the cycle, man. It was his turn on top, and boy, that didn't last long. Now they're tearing him down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody who rises to the top gets the treatment.
Yeah, except for the guy that we have a new poll out of Nevada about you got your Bernie Sanders. That was supposed to be Biden's firewall, right?
Yes.
And
yeah, but now he's ahead.
Bernie's
ahead in Nevada by how much?
7%. Because remember last week I was trying to find a poll that was more recent than mid-January where Biden was up big. This one just came out, and Bernie is up 7. So
that's crazy.
Joe's got some more time on his hands, which means hide your hair, ladies, because the sniffer is going to be on the loose, and he'll be given free massages. Because he's going to have plenty of free time here in a couple of weeks. So, let's see. What's the 22nd? Yeah, so the next 2 Saturdays we have primaries.
He's still looking at South Carolina as his firewall. He thinks when he goes south that's going to be where he gets back in this race and gets back on top and gains the momentum. Interesting outline of the candidates that happened in the Daily Mail. They give you, for instance, everybody running their age that they would be on Inauguration Day. Okay. Like in Joe Biden's case, he'd be 78 on Inauguration Day.
Okay.
Tells you about his career, where he's been, and we all know where he's been. He's been in the Congress and Senate forever, his entire life. Give you his religion, which Joe is Catholic. his views on key issues. Ultra moderate. Yeah, Joe Biden. This was the most liberal senator in office.
Yeah.
Back in 2008.
More than Obama when Obama chose him as his running mate.
Right.
Weird.
Ultra moderate who will emphasize bipartisan record. He's got a bipartisan record? Oh, I'd like to see that. Will come under fire over record, having voted to stop desegregation busing in 1975, to overturn Roe v. Wade in 81. Wow, these people have come so far in their radicalism. He voted to overturn Roe v. Wade in 1981? Amazing. I don't think I knew that.
I didn't.
He voted for the now controversial 1994 Violent Crime Act. He voted for the 2003 Iraq War and for banking deregulation. Certainly wouldn't do that today. Says he's the most progressive Democrat. New positions include free college, tax reform, $15 minimum wage, no public position yet on the new Green Deal or health care. Pro-gun control. Has already apologized to women who say he touched them inappropriately. Would make history as the oldest person elected president if he's elected. His slogan, our best days are still ahead. For Bloomberg, let's see, he just barely got into the race, of course. That was back in November 24th. His religion is Jewish. His views on key issues, self-professed fiscal conservative, although painted as a Democratic moderate by other conservative groups, opposed to Medicare for all. Social progressive who backed gay marriage early but has flip-flopped on marijuana legalization, most recently opposing it, wants firm action on climate change, fiercely in favor of gun control, that's for sure. As New York mayor banned smoking in public places and tried to outlaw sugary drinks. He did outlaw large sugary drinks for a while. Backs increased immigration. Apologized for his stop and frisk policy. Would make history as the oldest person elected president. First Jewish president. Richest president ever. And the first New York mayor to become president. His slogan, fighting for our future. I thought his slogan was Mike will get it done, or Mike can get it done, or whatever. We just talked about that a minute ago. Then you got Pete Buttigieg, 39 years old, is what he would be on inauguration.
Boy, Pete is
39.
Half the age of Bernie Sanders. I was looking this up because you said Joe Biden would be the oldest president, which is true, but he
not as old as Bernie if he were elected.
Well, yeah, so Joe is the youngin of the three between Bernie, Biden, and Bloomberg.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Okay.
And then you got Buttigieg, who's half their age.
Wow.
All of them. I mean, that's incredible.
That sure is.
Currently, mayor of South Bend, Harvard grad, Rhodes Scholar, got a second degree. So he got his degree at Harvard. Then he went to Oxford. Wow. That's pretty impressive. Then, of course, he was also in the armed forces. His religion, raised as Catholic, now Episcopalian. Key issues, said Democrat Party needs a fresh start. Wrote an essay in praise of Bernie Sanders when he was 17. Backed paid parental leave for city employees. Other policies, unknown.
Yeah, there you go.
Interesting.
Well, we know where he is on abortion, man.
Yeah, he's
you just
abortion whenever.
The kid's walking.
Doesn't matter.
Out of the hospital.
Oh, well.
Still time to take care of that problem.
Would make history as the first openly gay, youngest ever president, first veteran of post-World War II conflict, and his slogan, a fresh start for America. Let me just take 60 seconds here and tell you about Rough Greens. Did you know that dry dog food has to have a 2 to 3 year shelf life? They just want it to last on the grocery shelves.
That doesn't sound yummy at all.
For a long time. No, it doesn't. And it kills the sterilization process that they have to do because it has to last so long. Kills everything, that's good for your dog in it. The probiotics, the enzymes, the vitamins, all of that goes away. That's why I love Rough Greens VitaSmart. First of all, it's not dog food. It's a healthy supplement that puts into your dog's food all the live nutrients necessary for you to have a really healthy dog. And if your dog's like mine, they're going to gobble it down because she loves the taste. Absolutely loves it. So no matter what kind of food you feed your dog, whether it's the most expensive on the market or you just make your own at home, Rough Greens VitaSmart will make your dog's food better. If you want your dog to thrive again, just go to roughgreens.com/blaze. RUFF greens.com/blaze or call 833-MY-DOG-33.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Tulsi Gabbard would also be 39 on Inauguration Day. Wow, she's really pretty young, too. So goes through her career, her family. I guess this is she's working on her second husband, a cinematographer. She's been married to him since 2015. First marriage to her childhood sweetheart ended in 2006, from 2002 to 2006. They got married young. She's Hindu. She's apologized for anti-abortion and anti-gay marriage views. Wants marijuana federally legalized. Opposed to most U.S. foreign interventions. She backs the $15 minimum wage and universal health care. Was the second elected Democrat to meet Trump after his 2016 victory. And she'd make history as the first female, first Hindu, first Samoan American president, youngest president ever. And her slogan is "Lead with Love." I didn't realize that.
Is that
beautiful.
right?
Isn't that beautiful? Lead with love. Amy Klobuchar's slogan: "Let's get to work."
Okay.
And
she's in the wrong party if she's trying to ask people to work.
No kidding. As we go through these, their viewpoints on issues. I mean, they're all just incredibly progressive. Even though Klobuchar is seen as a mainstream liberal, she wants universal health care. Mm-hmm. She hasn't spelled out how. She's pro-gun control. She's pro-abortion. She backs $15 minimum wage. That's unbelievable.
And this is considered a moderate of the field of Democrats.
Yeah, she's a moderate. Let's get to work. Of course, Sanders would be 79 years old on Inauguration Day. 79.
Oof.
His viewpoints on issues: openly socialist, standard bearer for the Democrat Party, left turn, wants federal $15 minimum wage, wants the banks broken up, union membership encouraged, free college tuition, universal health care, redistributive taxation. Wow.
Again, as you're reading these, just remember, this is the moderate of the Democrat field. This is the moderate.
Well, not Sanders.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were
up
still
to
on
Sanders
Klobuchar.
now. No.
My bad. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Sanders, of course, secular Jewish, which means what? He would be Jewish if he ever cared about his religion, but he
weird.
doesn't.
How could you be secular
so I don't know.
Jewish?
I don't know. It's like, yes, he's Jewish of heritage, but he doesn't practice.
Got it.
I don't think he practices anything.
My bad.
His slogan: "Not me, us." That's powerful. That's powerful.
Look, I'll stand back here while you do that. It's us. We're together here. Wow. Okay.
Tom Steyer, another radical. He's 63. Well, he would be 63 on Inauguration Day. His views: he's left of most of the field, even though he's a hedge fund tycoon. He backs. Yeah, he's a douche. He backs single-payer health care, minimum wage rises, free public college. Previously spoke in favor of Bernie Sanders' agenda. Aggressive backer of climate change action, that's for sure, including ditching fossil fuels. He would make history as the richest Democrat ever. And his slogan: actions speak louder than words.
Okay.
As for Elizabeth Warren, she was a registered Republican who voted for the party, but registered as a Democrat in 1996. It's interesting because a few of these people used to be conservative. And I don't know what happened to them. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you go from conservative to
I don't either.
Flaming like socialist liberal.
Because usually as you get older, you get wiser.
Yes, right.
And you realize, oh my gosh.
These people went the opposite way.
Right. Like, what's the Churchill quote? If you are a conservative and you're under 30, you have no heart.
Yeah. And
if you're a liberal over
after,
30,
you have no brain. Right.
Well, we can see what happened to Elizabeth Warren and some others.
Yeah. Apparently, I didn't have a heart when I was under 30 because I've never been real liberal.
Me either.
Never.
Yeah. I've always just been
this.
Mm-hmm. A hater.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Warren's big viewpoints. Higher taxes on the rich, banking regulation, the DREAM Act path to citizenship for dreamers, abortion and gay rights, campaign finance restrictions, expansion of public provision of health care, although still to spell out exactly how that would happen. She still hasn't done that exactly.
No.
She's against the U.S. presence in Afghanistan and Syria. She wants to liberalize gambling. Would make history as the first female, of course. Warren has a plan for that, is her big slogan. And then they even go through all the 21 people who've dropped out of the race and some of their highlights, too. But so there's the Democrat Party in a nutshell for you. They're all liberal lunatics.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have someone has gone ahead and, as you can see, collected for us, ladies and gentlemen,
yeah,
2020 Democratic presidential field. I absolutely love this because you immediately see, oh, look, it's that puppet from, what's that comedian's name, guys? Anyways, Walter the puppet is Joe Biden there, right? Jeff Dunham, thank you. And you got the mad cartoon guys, obviously Pete Buttigieg. There's Bernie down there, is the Muppet, the old
left,
man.
Pocahontas for Elizabeth Warren. Mini-Me for Mini Mike.
Mini Mike Bloomberg. That is so
Trump
great.
was taken to calling him 5 feet 4 inches tall.
Oh, no. How tall is he?
5'8".
Okay.
He's 5'8", and Trump he's like 5'4".
Those two guys do not like each other.
No, they do not.
And Twitter is their battlefield.
It's kind of fun to watch, actually. It's kind of fun. So...
do all signs not point to Bernie? I mean, how do
they do right now.
How do the Democrats keep him? It's going to be interesting to see how they play this, especially at the convention.
But for months, all signs pointed to Biden, so I wouldn't be surprised at all to see it flip around again. I wouldn't be surprised.
And Super Tuesday is just 3 days after South Carolina, because South Carolina is on February 29th.
Yeah.
And then just 3 days later, most of us get to vote.
Coming up Saturday is Nevada, right?
Yep. 22nd.
Which is a weird day for that to happen.
Yeah. Well, it's easier to
get
rig
people
elections
right.
on the weekends because there's mass confusion. Everybody's participating. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be Saturday. Then, like I said, South Carolina's on the 29th.
The following Saturday is South Carolina.
And if your state is listed here, Tuesday, March 3rd, you get to vote. Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Maine, Massachusetts, Minnesota, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia.
Just about everybody. I mean, that's a big day. That is a huge day.
March 3rd. Oh, that's also the Pat Gray New Year, March 3rd.
Ugh, brother.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, isn't it, though? Mm-hmm. On January 2nd, I said, today's the last day. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be hearing people wishing happy New Year on March 3rd.
Pick some random day.
So that's what happens. That's what's going to happen, of course.
There are so many people right now who have that on their calendars, on their phones.
Yeah, I know.
And they will be calling, tweeting. It's going to be a glorious day.
It'll be a Happy New Year day.
March 3rd.
Won't that be great?
It's weird that they scheduled Super Tuesday on a national holiday like New Year's Day.
Yeah, isn't it? All right. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Watch any XFL over the weekend? I saw about, 10 or 15 minutes of it.
Good. That's more than I got this morning in the break room when the highlights were on SportsCenter.
Yeah.
I mean, I did see that they interview players on the sidelines during the game.
Oh, my gosh.
That's really cool.
It is cool. However,
It's awkward.
is it almost too much access? Because I just saw them get into the quarterback's face who just threw a pick six.
Yeah.
So he just throws an interception and goes for a touchdown. Like in seconds, the reporter, he's over on the sideline because now the defense is taking the field. The reporter's in his face. Oh, Matt, what happened there? What do you expect the guy to say?
Wow.
Well, Bob, I don't know. I suck. I mean,
That's what I was gonna say.
frankly,
What did
I'm
he
just
say?
butt stupid. I shouldn't even be in the league. You know, I should be sacking groceries over at Walmart right now, Bob. That's what happened.
Now wait, the
And,
last grocery sacker was is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's true.
But I did see Matt McGloin running off the field saying, we got to change the entire game plan. And because this sucks, basically. And he got benched after that. Yeah.
Oh, they took him out?
Yeah, so he's going to the locker room at halftime.
Interesting.
And he said, we got to change it. Nothing's working. We got to change the whole game plan. Well, I guess part of that change of the game plan was getting
him.
Matt McGloin off the field.
And they did.
Yeah.
Who came in for him?
I don't know.
Okay. That was the game I was watching. Well, because, you must have. Did you see the highlight where he threw the pick six and then they got immediately into his face?
No, literally the only XFL that I've seen over the last, 2 weeks of the season here are Matt McGloin running off the field, being interviewed, and I assume some defensive lineman, some black guy on the sideline being interviewed. That's it. Sorry. I just haven't had time, and it's been a lot of afternoon hockey. So,
Okay.
sorry. But if it's good, man, I hope it sticks
It's
around.
not bad. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Spring football never seems to work, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, there are 5 Huskers in the league, so I
Are
have
there?
motivation to watch. I just
There's
Just
several
not-
Cougars in the league, too.
fitting in, Yeah.
888-900-3393. Michael NP1701 tweets, every basil plant I've ever bought has died in weeks.
Thank you.
Farming is not easy.
Truth.
Thank you. Tell that to Michael Bloomberg.
Yeah.
He thinks you're just an idiot if you can't farm.
Or no, he says it takes an idiot to be a farmer, whatever.
Any moron
Anybody.
can be a
Just
farmer.
You dig a hole, you put a seed in the ground, you pour water on it, up pops corn. Shut up, Mike. You do it.
If it was that easy, there'd be no starvation in the world.
Thank you.
I see dumb people. Tweets, Dems 2020, welcome to Thunderdome. 22 enter. No one leads.
That's where they're at.
Shall not be infringed. Tweets, Mayor Pete's campaign slogan, only candidate that doesn't have to worry about breaking a hip. Well, him and Tulsi, probably. Constitutional nobody. What do we call that place where everything's free and no one's working? Oh, prison. Yeah, that's right.
Awesome.
And from Reaganette, you go to liberal because of money.
So when you realize you're a failure in the world and you're never going to reach your hopes and dreams, then you finally you go, man, somebody else needs to do this for me.
Yeah.
The government should take it.
I need
from
some
other
handouts.
people. Yeah.
Why
There you go.
don't I have what you have? How come you don't give me what you have, in fact? You know what we should do is have the government redistribute what you have to me. That would be perfect. Yeah, then that's when you go liberal.
That's when you go liberal.
Progressive.
Keep your hands off my Sharpies, though. I don't have that many left.
Yeah, somebody's stolen a good many of mine as well.
Huh. Must be a liberal among us.
It must be.
It's not me.
All right. President Trump was at Daytona, at the Daytona 500 over the weekend, and the liberals went crazy over it. I mean, it was a big deal, I guess, that he drove around the track in the Beast in his limo. What should he have taken? An Uber? Should he have?
Yeah, look, he's invited. And he shows up, and look at that. That's awesome. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's great.
I mean, that car is so heavy that
Destroying the track, right?
yeah,
No,
yes,
he could.
just crushing the.
Well, that's a sight for the ages right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then it's gonna make potholes and stuff. And before you know it, Daytona 500 looks like driving through Fort Worth.
A very special moment for our sport.
So-
After all, what sporting event would not want to have the President of the United States in
Right.
attendance, much less
thank you.
And period. Yes. in the
Thank
sentence.
you.
And I guess Rob, who's a big NASCAR guy, was saying that it couldn't go up on the banking because it would,
Because it's too heavy.
Too heavy, would tip over and stuff. That would have been bad optics.
Yeah, that wouldn't
so
have
I'm glad
been
they
good.
didn't do that.
Yes. Hopefully they were warned ahead of time. Yeah, don't go up on the bank because that won't be good. So he took a lap around, And then he also did the gentlemen start your engines thing, right?
Yes. Look at this.
Daytona International Speedway, we love our country, and it's truly an honor to be with all of you at the great American race. Gentlemen, start your engines.
With emphasis on gentlemen. He didn't do drivers. He didn't do the PC thing they do now.
No.
Nice job.
Have they been doing that at Daytona?
Yeah, but Rob, were there any female drivers anyway, though? No, there weren't any. So, but still, I guarantee he would have done it anyhow, like that. But so anyway, that was good. That was a good thing. And by the way, I guess they only got 20 laps in, Rob. So they're going to do this thing today, 3:00 Central Time.
Got rained out, did they?
Mm-hmm. So if you missed it, you still have a chance.
Oh, good, because I did miss it.
I actually do try to watch the Daytona 500 every year. That is
really?
The one race that I really try to. Just this year, just didn't work out. So I'll try today.
I'm more likely to watch the XFL than the Daytona 500.
Wow, see? I am a football junkie, but I would choose the Daytona 500 over a B-rate league playing football.
Yeah, because it's so cool watching the cars go around in circles. I love that.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Oh, look, they're going to turn left again.
Look at, another turn. That's great.
And another one.
Oh, look, somebody passed somebody.
It's an event, see?
Uh-huh.
Rob says it's an event.
Yeah.
I do like to see, the one thing I do love about watching NASCAR that I so rarely do, there was a time where we would have it on every week when my son was really into cars, I don't know, maybe 8-9 years ago. The movie Cars from Disney, Pixar, or whatever, really launched, I think, a young NASCAR audience. Anyway.
Might have, yeah.
Anecdotally from my experience.
Yeah.
But I do love to see them trying to figure out, all right, when am I going to pit? Because of the tires, and stuff, the strategy involved. Oh, look, this guy just pit, so now I'm going to. Anyway, and I do like to see Kyle Busch try to speed up and try to slow down right before the next line. Speed up, slow down. Anyway, getting in the weeds, aren't we? All right.
Are there weeds at NASCAR? Because I think it's mostly just concrete, isn't it?
So, that's good. No, that's good.
Yeah. All right. 888-900-3393. This is kind of fun, too. Tom Steyer, Amy Klobuchar both of them asked who the president of Mexico is. Here was their response.
Oh, look at this.
Do you know his name?
I forget.
I forget.
He doesn't know.
I
forget. All right, Amy knows.
Dijo que sabe quién es el presidente de México, pero admitió no saber su nombre.
Here we go.
But can you tell me his name?
No.
No.
Uh-oh. Here's your Rhodes Scholar.
Can you tell me who the president of Mexico is?
Yeah, President López Obrador, I hope.
President Rosa. What?
And then
what was that?
And then his nervous laughter.
He didn't know, at least.
It's different than his Krusty the clown laugh that we've come to love.
You would hope, because, a graduate of Harvard and Oxford should probably know.
I think anybody that wants to be the president of the United States should probably know at least, let's go with the neighbors.
And especially when you're going on a Spanish-speaking television network. And nobody preps you beforehand?
This wasn't some town hall on Medicare.
Right.
Good point.
You're on a Spanish-speaking show.
Wow, shows they care.
And you haven't even thought, and nobody in your camp has thought, to tell you who the president of Mexico is.
Wow. That's
amazing.
Ooh.
That's unless they just thought there'd just be so much pandering there for these Democrats that they'd never have to answer anything difficult. And that shouldn't be difficult, by the way.
No, that's a
wow.
That's a no-brainer right there. Anyway.
His name is Obrador, right?
Can we play the last 5 seconds of that clip? Because Pete, he has the most awkward laugh no matter which one he goes with. It's never smooth. I want to see Pete Buttigieg talking. Here we go.
Can you tell me who the president of Mexico is?
Yeah, President López Obrador, I hope.
He just kind of
exhales.
He sort of slurs that whole thing.
I hope. I hope. Then he sounds like the principal from Forrest Gump.
I I don't remember the principal from Forrest Gump.
Let's move on.
So that's a nice reference.
Mm-hmm.
888-900-3393. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter, Joe Manchin, who voted to oust President Trump, says he might actually endorse his reelection.
Wow. Wow. That's shades of Zell Miller endorsing George W. Bush in 2004.
It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. And you're a pariah if you do something like that in your party. Wow. But he said he could potentially endorse Trump for re-election just a week after he voted to convict him of abuse of power. Everybody can change, Manchin said. Maybe the president will change, Maybe that uniter will come out versus the divider. Plus, if Joe Manchin really is a moderate Democrat, who could he possibly vote for in that party?
Yeah, he's
There's
pro-life.
nobody for him. He's pro-life. He's not a socialist like the rest of them, like Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. He couldn't possibly get behind either of those. I think Joe Biden's probably too far gone for him. Why wouldn't he vote for Trump? Much closer to where he is.
And where his state is.
Ideologically. Yeah, and certainly where his state is. No question.
West Virginia.
Yeah. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Oh, by the way, don't forget that we've got some things posted on YouTube now, including Leakages Part 2. You don't want to miss Leakages Part 2.
The Valentine's Day edition posted on Friday.
7 years in the making.
7 years and putting that together.
And you'll see where that $3.5 billion went.
Oh, no, I thought it was...
And you'll be stunned.
Oh, I thought it was more than that.
You thought it was more than $3.5 billion?
So I think some money's missing.
Is there some missing?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think at one point I may have said we've spent $7 trillion on that. I think, yeah, but I was kidding.
Yeah, so
I was kidding. There's no missing money.
But what is the sniff? Do you have sinus issues going on?
Yeah, I have some stuffiness today.
But it almost seems like
there's no missing money. So
This guy's a liar.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so youtube.com/Pat Gray.
youtube.com/Pat Gray. Go there. Subscribe, please. And subscribe, at YouTube, not just YouTube, but also for a podcast so that you can get that downloaded automatically to you every day.
Click the bell, and then you'll never miss any new stuff that comes up there.
And then you can go to iTunes and download the podcast at your leisure.
Or Spotify.
Or Spotify.
Or you can get a Blaze TV subscription or stuff like that.
Google Play. Pretty much anywhere.
What else can we show?
And the whole show is loaded on YouTube every day now,
and
too.
Go to the, shop.blazemedia.com/Pat. I'm throwing out everything today.
Might as well.
We're going to hit him with everything.
Let's just hit him.
Get you some merch. Anything else we got?
Yeah, we've got the mugs.
Oh, we got the
mugs. We got the T-shirts.
Oh, yeah. So you got the mugs. Yeah,
the mugs, the T-shirts, sweatshirts.
I'll put a nice. This is the greatest color ever, by the way, for a T-shirt.
I like it. Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
I'll put that on right now. And we got the beanie thing, the hat going. Look at me. I'm decked out.
You are decked out. That's nice.
Pimping the merch today. Okay, y'all. Here we go. All right.
888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. All right. You remember a few years ago, this is another one of the all-time classics here at the Blaze, was when Jeffy went to the bathroom during the show and left his microphone on.
I'm going to talk about it now.
Pat and Stu days.
Might remember this a few years ago.
Here too. Yeah, it was. Andrew Wilkow's here, by the way, with us.
Hi, Andrew.
Pat and Stu.
Yeah, and that's Jeffy going to the bathroom in the background.
Did we just hear Jeffy going to the bathroom?
Yes,
I know
you did.
my mic is on. Did you turn his off?
Man. Oh, my.
It's like the Naked Gun in real life. Didn't that happen to the Naked Gun in real life? Remember the Naked Gun at the end of one of those movies? Where he's in there going, oh, yeah. And he's... Jeff Fisher just tinkled live on the air.
Man.
There was just a live tinkling.
Thank you for keeping that potted up. We appreciate that in the control room there. That was a good move.
Because that was a special moment that we just shared with Jeff.
I literally
Jeff
cannot
Fisher.
believe that just happened. Okay, so Andrew Wilkow has joined us upstaged by the urine of Jeff Fisher. Welcome to the program, Andrew Wilkow.
I was gonna.
There you go. That was good stuff.
Well, it's happened again.
Oh, no.
Not here.
With Jeffy?
No.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, not with Jeffy.
Okay.
In the Georgetown, Texas City Council meeting.
This is something else, man.
Bring back some. In fact, this is worse than what happened to Jeffy.
Much worse, yes. All right,
here's what
Mayor.
happened.
I'll try and keep this brief.
It's a pretty serious conversation happening about
belabor
disease.
So
all
a guy,
the
you just saw the guy get up.
There he goes. There
He
goes
walks
the
past
There's the
pastor,
mayor.
From last time,
headed to
and
the
I imagine
bathroom.
He's going to hit some of the highlights here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that these deadly infections, there's something we can do about it.
Oh,
and
no.
What
Oh,
we
no.
can do is call on governmental representatives
No.
that are higher
Oh, my.
up the chain of
Make it stop. These poor ladies like, oh, no.
Oh, it just keeps
and
going.
ask for action at the federal level. I am aware of Mr. Brainerd's concerns that he raised last time, and there would be instances where I actually agree that we should take action locally first. But there are not any CAFO operations in Georgetown, so for us to just say it within the city limits would
Microphone here.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's like he's got a kazoo in there.
He comes back. He comes back, and his buddy on the council has a little talk with him.
and also these diseases
Welcome back.
Oh, here he is.
What's been going on?
don't know any boundaries. So a state-by-state approach would just mean that the
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
your mic's on. What?
Yeah.
Say
yeah.
what?
Your mic's been on the whole time.
Do what?
Oh man.
Come back?
Oh my. That, I mean, how do you ever? I'd never show up to the council meeting
Has he
again.
resigned yet?
I would have resigned. I'm never coming back to this this city hall ever again.
I'm looking to see if there's an update. I'm having to type with one hand since I'm holding my microphone with the other because I leaned on it too much during that segment. Let's just see here. I'm not seeing anything about the mayor at this point of Georgetown, Texas, but
Wow.
meeting adjourned. No.
I mean,
That was
that's
rough.
something you would never live down. Never.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yep.
888-933. I mean, it just didn't stop either. Kept going and going and going.
Yep.
All right. So Mayor Pete says he and his same-sex husband hope to start a family and may have children in the White House. Now, one of the front runners, of course, he said that he and his husband do plan to start a family, and if he were to be elected, they might start the family right there in the White House. We're hoping to have a little one soon. Okay.
Okay. Biology, anyone? Sorry.
Obviously, adoption.
Yeah.
I imagine it would make me a better president, he told CNN. And Jake Tapper said, do you think if you're elected president, hypothetically, that you will plan to start a family in the White House? I don't see why not. He said, I think it wouldn't be the first time that children have arrived to a first couple.
Way to simplify that. Way to oversimplify that, Pete.
Yeah, he did. Just a bit. Biologically, they, of course... Oh, they actually wrote this in the article. Biologically, Buttigieg and his husband cannot have a child?
We need that information in
What?
stories in 2020 because you're not going to know otherwise.
Wait a minute. I thought we were told men can have babies now.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome to it. Pat Gray Unleashed. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Scotty Sweatman tweets, I'll vote for Mike Bloomberg if he promises to wear that fish costume as he's being inaugurated. It'd almost be worth it. It really would.
Almost.
But not quite. Greedy Skyhole developer. It seems like Democrats are just trying to argue whose policies would destroy the economy and nation the fastest. From the Steve 42, Packer Unleashed New Year, which begins on March 3rd.
March 3rd.
Needs an animal, like the Chinese New Year. Maybe the Year of the Bat.
Year of the Bat.
Mm-hmm.
That's current
Not bad.
event-ish.
Mm-hmm. Sure, Girl M. Replying to the Steve 42. I'm going with Year of the Dog. Rough greens. See? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tying in a sponsor. Nice.
Thinking outside the box.
Chicken Too Tasty tweets, I'd like Mayor Pete's laugh. I'd take Mayor Pete's laugh any day over the Hillary cackle.
Oh.
What, this? Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, probably. Yes.
Yeah. You take it over the Pete laugh that we just heard on the...
Tell me who the president of Mexico is.
Yeah, President López Obrador, I hope.
I mean, that's better than I think his Krusty the Clown laugh that we had the other day, right? Hit that again. It's the same.
That's close. That's really close.
Hit it again, Martin.
One more time. I like it.
Krusty the Mayor.
Yeah, I like it. So he and his husband, I guess, planning children, and that
cute.
could happen in the White House because if he's elected, that's their intent. And I love the fact that this article, and as Keith pointed out, the reason they pointed out is because this is from CNS News, the Christian news service. That's why they point out biologically, Buttigieg and his husband cannot have a child because they are the same sex. Wait a minute. That precludes having children together?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So when he appeared on CNN on April 16, 2019, host Poppy Harlow asked him if he had talked to his husband about adopting and surrogacy. This week, you said you're interested in starting a family soon, and I think this is a relevant question because I see how much having children has changed me, not only as a person, but in my career, in my vision and hopes for this country. And for you, running for the highest office in the land, undoubtedly having children will change you. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you plan to start a family? The discussions with your husband, adopting, surrogacy, and what people should expect? Well, we've been thinking about it for a while, he said. Obviously, my recent professional choices have made it a little more complicated, so we're figuring through all that.
Wait a minute. Your professional choices have made it more complicated?
Mm-hmm.
Could it be the fact that you both have a penis? Does that have anything to do with it? Come on. Let's be real.
No, that doesn't have anything to do with
okay.
it. Men can have babies if they want to. They have periods. They can have babies. They can do
forgot.
all the things girls can.
I forgot what year it was. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And-
I keep forgetting.
Right. And girls can do all the things guys can. In fact, much
yeah.
better.
Oh, yeah, that's
much
happening.
better than
That's
men.
happening in Connecticut still. And
Yeah, give me
beyond.
that story because I've got some other relevant stories.
There you go.
In the Olympics, in fact, well, let's start here. Let's start with the two biological males who identify as females have crushed the field in Connecticut high school track. No kidding? I am stunned.
Newsflash.
Now, 3 girls are fighting back with a lawsuit. I'm telling you, the women being left behind here are not just going to take this. And they shouldn't. Terry Miller and Andrea Yearwood, a pair of biological males who identify as females, have dominated girls' high school sprint events in Connecticut. For instance, here's a Miller. They had a clip. I don't know if we have that clip. I doubt it. Right? They had a clip of Miller winning the 2018 state girls 100-meter dash in a record time of 11.72 seconds, with Yearwood coming in second. That's not blazing fast, but, it's faster than the girls in Connecticut could run it. But a trio of biological female athletes have had enough, and they're fighting back. Selena Sewell, Alana Smith, and Chelsea Mitchell and their mothers filed suit in federal court. These are all actual girls, born and raised girls. As a result of the policy, 2 males were permitted to compete in the girls' athletic competitions beginning in the 2017 track season. Between them, they have taken 15 women's state championship titles. Wow. And have taken more than 85 opportunities to participate in higher level competitions from female track athletes in the 2017, 18, and 19 seasons alone.
I mean, it's terrible. I'd move out of that state, especially if I had a daughter that was
wanting maybe
athletics.
a scholarship to a college now, and she can't do any better than third now. Mitchell would have won the 2019 state championship in the girls' 55-meter indoor track competition, but because two males took first and second, she was denied the gold medal.
Of course,
I would be pissed. I would really be irritated. And you're right. I mean, you would have to consider other avenues, like moving, like going to a state where they don't allow this. Come to Texas, where you have to compete as your birth gender.
And this is every year about this time we're getting these stories out of Connecticut.
Yeah. This isn't the first time.
They're not changing it.
And different people too, in different sports. Girls deserve to compete on a level playing field. Forcing them to compete against boys isn't fair. Shatters their dreams, destroys their athletic opportunities. According to the ADF legal counsel, Christiana Holcomb, having separate boys and girls sports has always been based on biological differences, not what people believe about their gender. Thank you for a little bit of clarity in life. Because those differences matter for fair competition. And forcing girls to be spectators in their own sport is completely at odds with Title IX. That's what blows me away.
I know.
Because Title IX was everything.
Women are no longer protected in this society.
Title IX ruled the sports world.
Transgenders.
Until the last couple of years with the trans thing. A federal law, it was designed to create equal opportunities for women in education and athletics. And now this is reversed 50 years worth of advances made by women's sports. Wow. Plus, it hasn't stopped at high school athletics, because now a biological male runner is competing in the USA Women's Olympic trials. Yay! Good.
We knew this was going to happen too.
Yep.
We said it's going to get to the Olympics, and then what? Ta-da!
Biological male marathon runner who identifies as a transgender woman is set to compete in the USA Olympic trials later this month. Megan Youngren is set to make history on February 29th as the first openly transgender athlete to compete at the U.S. Olympic marathon trials. Youngren qualified for the trials after a strong performance in the California International Marathon.
Wow, how surprising.
I'm stunned.
A strong performance?
No.
A dude against women?
No.
No.
People will try to put it down by saying that's too easy because you're trans. But what about the 500 other women who qualify? What? What about them? They're all women. You're a man. There's probably someone with the exact same story. No, I doubt it. And if that's true, then they shouldn't be there either.
And if that's true, then go compete against them in the Trans Olympics.
Right. Yes. Thank you.
Seriously.
We're going to have to create a separate category for trans people.
Absolutely.
I trained hard. I got lucky. I dodged injuries, Youngren said.
Got lucky?
I raced a lot, and it worked out for me. That's the story for a lot of other people, too. No, that's not accurate. That is not the story for probably any other woman in this competition. The International Olympic Committee requires transgender athletes in women's sports to keep their testosterone levels below a certain threshold.
Okay, well, then that'll take care of the muscles too, right?
Sure. But scientific research suggests that suppressing testosterone isn't enough to neutralize biological male athletes' inherent physiological advantages. Sorry, you can't get around the science on this. You can't.
I know, and we're the science deniers.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know. We haven't been the science deniers for quite some time now. Former U.S. Olympic athlete Rebecca Dussault told the Daily News Caller News Foundation in September that allowing biological males in female sports will have disastrous effects on female athletes. Once a male body has gone through puberty, they've received the benefits. So the skeletal form, lung capacity, muscle density, the greater length of levers in their body, their muscle to weight ratio, their capacity to deal with dehydration much better, narrower hips. I mean, you name it, they're physiologically designed differently than women. Thank you.
I won't hear it.
Thank you. You got to hear it because it's true. Mm-hmm. We invest so much money into keeping sports fair, and this blows the cap off of it. Every women's record in sports will fall. Yeah, and they are. They're all falling now to men.
You said because it's true. I have to hear it.
Yeah.
Whose truth, Pat?
Science is truth. The truth of science. The truth of biology.
Seriously, what's the point of being a female in competition anymore?
Yeah,
if
there is no
if
point.
This is the roadblock you're going to run into.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely asinine. And we keep, we keep just turning the other way, looking the other way. Oh, well, okay. And yeah, they identify as women. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's just, the women that don't like it, they're haters.
Yep.
They're bigots.
So you hate people that are different than you, I see.
Uh-huh. Yep. Sure you want that college scholarship. So does the trans man, okay? So shut up.
Know your place, woman. See, look, we come full circle. There we go. See,
we come right back to the beginning.
Ooh.
It's hard to believe, too, because, women have come a long way. And in every other venue, women are taking the lead roles that used to be men. Like, isn't the next 007 going to be a woman?
Yeah.
I noticed even in the new movie Hansel and Gretel, they inverted the names to Gretel and Hansel.
What?
Yeah.
On what? A movie?
Yeah. There's a new movie out, Hansel and Gretel, in a new movie, and it's called Gretel and Hansel. For, 150 years or however long that fairy tale's been out, it's been Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, it took us 150 years to get woke.
Right. Now we're woke, it's Gretel and Hansel.
Gretel and
that's how far we've come on, putting the emphasis on women. And now this in sports, it's okay all of a sudden to forget about women's rights. We don't care about them. If it involves a trans person, then sorry, you're a second-class citizen to the trans. And it's their needs we're going to pay attention to, not yours. That's pretty amazing. Pretty extraordinary.
What a world, man.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see it. And this Title IX thing, geez, that is like the ultimate law of the last 50 years is Title IX. In sports and academics, at least, all kinds of men's sports went away. They were swept away completely because of Title IX. So you could get more women's sports in. And now this? It's crazy.
Again, remember, we should not try to make sense of the world. Because
you can't.
You'll go insane doing so.
Yeah, you just can't. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Just watching a news report of J.J. Watt's dancing with his grandmother. Wow.
We got to send that out.
Yeah, we got to find that and tweet it out for you. All right. Much more coming up.
Yeah,
I'm Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
So we just tweeted out the J.J. Watt grandmother dance at his secret wedding recently. I think it was just over the weekend. So you can check that out at Pat Unleashed. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Pew Pew 1 Pew on the farting mayor.
Georgetown, Texas.
Okay, so that was definitely worse than Eric Swalwell farting on live TV. Yeah, because it was a little prolonged.
Prolonged.
Nonstop.
That's the word.
Jeffy's 18 Spoons was the Georgetown City Council meeting a preview of the next episode of Leakages?
Oh, no.
Maybe. By the way, you can check out the latest episode at youtube.com/Pat Gray. Jeffy's Ice Cream Shovel tweets, the mayor was good, but Jeffy can do better. Time for round 2.
Don't encourage him.
Daniel Pulliam tweets, isn't it peculiar how you don't hear about any biological women who identify as men competing against other men. Yeah, yeah, because that one doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? That doesn't. I think there was one biological woman in Texas who was wrestling against women because she had to. Because in Texas, you have to wrestle if you have to compete in the sport of your birth gender. And she claims to have wanted to compete against men, but they wouldn't let her in Texas. So that's the one instance I know about. And she, of course, dominated in the women's bracket because she was on, steroids. She was on testosterone. And she was gaining strength and all of that. And she dominated. I think her last 2 years didn't lose a single match and won the state championship, I think 2 years running. And then she got a scholarship somewhere and wanted to compete as a man, and I think they were going to let her do that. But I haven't seen a follow-up to how she's done against men.
Oh,
now, and you think you would, right? If she was dominating the men, you'd think you'd hear about that.
Yeah, I'll check that.
Yeah.
I guess I let
Look into that.
my wrestling.
Do you remember that story, though?
Lapse,
yeah, it was
vaguely.
a year or two ago. Maybe we were doing the afternoon show when that came out.
Okay. I'll look into that.
So what's the Nazarene Fund doing right now? Well, our team is on the ground helping 5 Christian families, roughly 26 people, and moving them to safety. People can go to the NazareneFund.org or Mercury1.org to donate and learn more about what we're doing to help those in need around the world. You can go to the NazareneFund.org or Mercury1.org to donate and learn more. If you give $7, $70, or $700 to those in need, whatever you can afford, whatever you can do, we'd really appreciate the help to save lives in the Middle East. The NazareneFund.org. 888-900-3393. I got to play this ABC News clip because since when do ABC News reporters make things difficult for Democrat candidates? In this particular case, Tom Steyer was on with Martha Raddatz on ABC. And he was, going off on Trump, and she sort of challenged him on the economy and how well the economy's doing. Check this out.
Mr. Steyer, you say that you can take on Donald Trump on the economy, but the latest Quinnipiac national poll, again released just this week, says 70% of voters describe the nation's economy as excellent or good. So how do you convince them that a change is needed when they think they're doing so well under Donald Trump?
Right. Good question.
I think if you take a look at what he says, everything he says superficially sounds right, but is actually a lie. So when he says the economy is growing, I can show that, in fact, all the money's going to rich people. When he says unemployment is low, which is true, I can show that the wages people are getting don't support a family.
Work it.
And when he
Tom.
says the stock market is up, these are his 3 big statistics. It's largely because of the huge tax break he gave to big corporations, but it also doesn't matter that much because most of the stocks, 85% of the stocks, are held by the top 10% of 10.
But I want to go back to that 70% number. You talk about the wealthy. They're not all wealthy people.
Thank you, Martha.
70% say the economy is good and they're doing well.
Yes.
Well, I'm just saying, here we are on a show, and you're standing up for Mr. Trump's version of the economy. And I'm telling you...
I'm telling you about a national poll. I'm not standing up for anybody. I'm telling you about a national poll.
And what I'm saying is this. There is a different story of this economy and this country that has to be told.
Wow.
Mr. Trump has to be face down about what he's saying on the economy because he is running on the economy. That's exactly what he's going to say. He's going to say, I'm great on the economy, and Democrats stink.
Okay, so what he has to do then
got nothing
is convince people that you're not doing as well as you think you're doing. I'm sorry, you think you're doing really well. You're not. You think you're paying your bills? No, you're not. You think you've got enough food on the table? You don't. That is unbelievable. 70% of people are telling you they're doing well, and you're going to tell them the opposite? Tom?
Well, here you are. I'm on this show.
Wow.
In other words, what he's trying to say is, I'm on a liberal news outlet.
Right. And
you're
you dare challenge me.
You're giving me facts that make Trump look good.
Dare do that. See, that's incredible. Did you ever think you'd see Martha Raddatz actually speak the truth about the way people are feeling about the economy?
Martha speaks.
No way. Wow, that's really something.
That's...
And then, I mean, he's just stumped. Well, what I'm telling you is, we need to make people believe they're not doing what they're doing.
I need to
That's
convince
essentially
America
that they suck.
Things suck.
Yeah. I have to tell you that you're doing a lot worse than you think you're doing.
And never mind the facts, and never mind how you're feeling.
Doesn't matter.
No, it sucks. So vote for me.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. Wow. Jeez, these guys are just unbelievable. Wow. I mean, is there a way that you could run against somebody with a really good economy and you just focus on the other things, right? You focus on something else that he hasn't done that he said he was going to do. I don't know, like immigration maybe. We haven't gotten where he said he was going to get. I mean, he was trying to tell us, President Trump was trying to tell us that that the illegal aliens right now are paying for the wall. And that's the promise that he's fulfilling for Mexico paying for the wall. And it's just not the case. It's not real. And I wish he wouldn't do that.
But you can't be a Democrat and run on, we need to get tough on the border because Trump hasn't.
And that's the problem.
And I can't wait till we get back from the break. I don't know if you want to play the clips. You know, it wasn't that long ago that Amy Klobuchar was tough on the border. And then over the weekend, Joe Biden had to answer for kids in cages under Obama.
Kids in cages.
You might have time for the Amy
boy.
right now if you want the 06 clip.
We do. Let's play Amy. Here's what she said back in 2006 about the border.
I do believe that we need more resources at the border and that includes a fence. What we have now, we have people waiting to come in legally. Thousands of people waiting to come in legally to this country, and we have people coming in illegally. That's not right. We need to get order at the border. But we also have to stop giving amnesty to companies that are hiring illegal immigrants.
I agree.
Under this administration, the number of prosecutions of companies has gone way down. That has to change. Then finally, I believe that we need to give people who have been in this country for a number of years, who are willing to pay their taxes, who are willing to learn English, who are willing to pay the fines, the chance for earned citizenship. Nothing has happened for the last 6 years on this issue. It has been all talk, and that has to change. We need to get some action.
What happened to these people?
I don't know, but
where did they go?
That Amy Klobuchar couldn't make it as far as she's making it so far in the Democratic primary. Order at the border.
That's good. I mean, she was completely different on immigration. Schumer was completely different. Harry Reid, completely different. I mean, on and on and on. They were all the opposite.
Pat Gray. Only on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Not social gadfly tweets. I want to thank everyone from the Blaze that played the ridiculous tree tune last week. It's been in my head on repeat ever since. Man, you're welcome.
You are welcome.
So welcome. That's great. I'm glad we could help you with that.
Yep. We're helpers.
Perhaps we can help a little bit further. Natalie Shira taught her Amazon connected device.
It goes by a girl's name.
Yeah. Taught that thing a new song. And here's how it went.
There's a hole in the sky where a tree once was.
Somebody's making money.
I didn't know you could do that with your Amazon connected device.
I don't know how that works. But it made me laugh.
That's really kind of cool. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. There's a hole in my eardrum. Thanks, Pat. Tweets. Are we sure they didn't change the name of the story to Greta and Hansel to pay homage to the little climate catastrophe crier?
Maybe.
And maybe.
Maybe.
That's possible. Swamp Rat. It's not birth gender. It's gender assigned at birth. Jeez.
Oh,
You're right.
that's
That
our
was
bad.
really stupid. I'm sorry.
bad.
Gender assigned at birth. So weird. Wes Usery, if Earth survives 1 million years, will future beings discover the ruins of our society and claim our demise was brought on by gender delusion confusion? Perhaps. I mean, that's entirely possible. That and several other issues that we're also having from the progressive left. But yeah, that could definitely be a cause of it. No doubt about it. 888-900-3393. Maybe the fact that we won't pay attention to our border could bring down the civilization as well. Joe Biden was on with Jorge Ramos about why the Obama administration put kids in cages. Thank you, Jorge, for Jorge asking the tough questions
There we go.
of a Democrat. How dare you? How dare you do that to a Democrat, Jorge? Here's what happened.
At the debate in Houston, you said that during the Obama-Biden administration, and I quote, "We didn't lock people in cages." But you actually did.
Well,
not in the same numbers as in the Trump administration, but you did. We found a picture of an 8-year-old boy from Honduras.
Yes. And what this was,
taken
you know,
in 2014, in a detention center in McAllen, Texas. I spoke
Yes.
with the
yes.
the
And what
authorities,
happened
John
was
Gilmore.
all the unaccompanied children were coming across the border.
Yeah, that's what.
we tried
Stop
to get them out. We had,
Pause it for a second. That's exactly what was happening with Trump. All the unaccompanied kids at the border coming across, and we didn't know who they belonged to. In large part, that was the issue again. Still, it continued. And they didn't know what to do with these kids. Do you just release them to anybody who says, yeah, that's mine? It could be some child molester. Could be a coyote. And sometimes they're one and the same. Child molester / coyote. I mean, what? Just unbelievable. It's unreal. The explanation these Democrats, they don't have anything. They've got no explanation for their conduct and their misdeeds that they didn't give a rat's anus about during Obama. And now all of a sudden, oh my gosh, this horrible president putting kids in cages. All right, let's see the rest of this.
what happened was all the unaccompanied children were coming across the border. We tried to get them out. We had kept them safe and get them out of the detention centers,
the cage.
essentially
The
that
cage.
center,
Right, the cage.
that were run by Homeland Security, and get them into communities.
Yeah,
as
that's
quickly as we
exactly
can.
what Trump did.
Well, look.
Well, look.
You know
Look,
you're not
fact.
telling the truth here about the comparison of the two things.
What?
I'm saying that the numbers in your administration were not the same as the ones we
No, they're probably higher
No, beyond
in the
that.
Obama
But look how
administration.
quickly we got them out and got them back to families. Look
How
how we
quickly
didn't
did you?
engage and we sought the relatives here.
Wow.
We sought
Wow.
to get them into safe communities. We sought to get them out of the control of
Unreal.
Homeland Security, to get them safe. But they came unaccompanied. Unaccompanied.
Yeah,
come
so
on,
did
man.
By the way,
Trump's
one of the things
people.
we should be doing, and you may recall I'm the only guy
Unreal.
that got it done, was to provide for $750 million so people didn't want to leave in the first place by going down to Honduras and Guatemala and El Salvador and making sure that we, in fact, change the circumstances which is causing them to flee to begin with. You may remember I spent hundreds of... Well, no, they didn't. They dropped off extensively. Extensively.
And then
No.
there was another wave of Central American immigrants.
Yeah, and what happened? Because they stopped funding it. This administration 3 years ago stopped spending the money. They stopped going after the gangs. They stopped the street lighting. They stopped building boys and girls clubs. They stopped the...
Okay.
Keep going. Yeah.
Wow, that is
700 million
real
down there for the border. Could have done a little bit more good if you weren't, laundering 1.8 billion through Ukraine, but I digress.
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff.
Wow. Jeez. I mean,
Jorge, not backing down. I liked it.
although he, because he dislikes Trump so much, he didn't do a phenomenal job there. I mean, it was better than, many have done. That's for sure.
It wasn't on the Martha Raddatz level against Tom Steyer.
No.
But it's just good to see these moments where these Democrats are, where they think they're in friendly territory and they're, whoa, an objective question with facts?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? What is this, Fox News studio I'm sitting in?
I know. And that's what you're just doing Trump talking points. Oh, okay. Martha Raddatz from ABC. Just doing Trump talking points? Really, Tom? And then Biden, acting like he's being treated so unfairly there by Jorge Ramos, who is essentially a mouthpiece of the Democrat Party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh. That's amazing.
That was fun.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's the same problem Trump has. It's kids, unaccompanied, kids that they're trying to get back to their parents. They're trying to get them back into their communities. Same thing. It's just not defended very well by this administration.
But in Trump's defense, he did get Mexico to actually defend their own sovereignty.
Yeah, he did.
And stop
Yes.
them from coming in the first place. And if you can send the message down through the continent and say, yo, there's going to be trouble all along the way, then maybe these kids who end up in cages never leave home to begin with.
Right. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? It'd be nice if we somehow stopped the avalanche of people coming across the border. Wouldn't it be nice if we did help all of these countries keep their people in their own country? You know, maybe Mexico could do a better job for Mexicans, and Honduras can do a little better job for Hondurans, and then they won't all have to leave and head this way. But that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Speaking out your butt when you're talking about that. This is not going to happen. All right. 888-900-3393. All right.
I think.
Why do we have this? Why is this video of a monkey cleaning?
Oh, wait! Before you do that, do you want to hit that Ralph Norman clip? I think you will really appreciate Representative Ralph Norman talking about how illegals get money, taxpayer dollars. Play that clip, guys.
And I just heard this yesterday. One of the cuts that my so-called friends from the left are saying is that if you come into this country and can't speak English, then you're disabled.
That's a disability.
Have you heard that?
It is one of the qualifying factors right now within the disability insurance program that we're trying to reform.
Trump's trying to
reform
reform
it. How dumb is that? If you can't come into this country and speak English, you're entitled to all the benefits of this country because you can't speak you can't speak English. The American people are on to it and they get it.
So that's one of the reforms, the tax dollars that Trump's trying to save us. Because you can't speak English? Oh, that's a disability. Give him more money. Okay. And so he was talking to the budget director there. But anyway,
to stop it from being a disability.
Mm-hmm.
Although
every little bit helps.
It is. It's a hindrance, that's for sure, and they should be taught English.
Before they get here.
Yes. Well, or once they're here, certainly make sure that because right now we don't expect anything of them.
Right, and so they could spend a lifetime saying, "Oh, I have a disability, I can't speak English,"
and you can be here for 20 years and not speak a word of English,
and getting tax dollars and showing no inclination to learn the language.
There are many people from Mexico, Central and South America who have been here for 20, 30 years and still don't speak English. There is no excuse for that. There's no excuse except for Democrats keeping them on the reservation, making sure that they're beholden to that party, making sure that they depend on that party instead of being encouraged to learn English so that they can excel in this country and they can get out of low-paying jobs. And the Democrats have done such a disservice to every single minority in this country. It's unbelievable. And I think some are just starting to wake up to that now. There are a few people who are starting to think, wow, wait a minute. What have they done for me? What has the Democrat Party ever done for me except keep me down? So, once that happens, things are going to change. Once people wake up and realize that the Democratic Party is just a massive reservation, then things will change. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Now, this monkey cleaning a gun.
It's just fun.
This has been on the show sheet for,
because it's a monkey
6 weeks.
cleaning a gun.
Right. And so?
Watch this. See, look, I mean.
All right.
Good.
See, I think he's saying that any monkey can clean a gun. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that monkey cleaning a gun.
It's
gonna put it back together. But see, he's like, you have an opposable thumb, so I need you to stay close here. So there we go.
That didn't really work, did it? But
anyhow,
okay.
So there you go.
So there's a monkey cleaning a gun.
It's cute. And it sets up our very serious and scary story out of Arizona.
There's a bill introduced to the Arizona State Legislature that aims to ban possession and sale of assault weapon or large capacity magazines. Senate Bill 1625, introduced by Senator Rebecca Rios and co-sponsored by 11 other Democratic senators, will, if approved, ban a person, corporation, or other entities from manufacturing, importing, possessing, purchasing, selling, or transferring any assault weapon or large capacity magazine. You're going to ban the manufacture of them? Wow.
And the ownership and
It contains detailed definitions of what constitutes an assault weapon.
Okay.
Including, among other things, semi-automatic rifle that has the capacity to accept a detachable magazine. Okay, so AR-15s are out. AK-47s are out. It also defines what is a large capacity magazine, categorizing it as any ammunition feeding device with the capacity to accept more than 10 rounds. Now, I think my Glock accepts more than 10 rounds.
Correct.
I think it's 15.
Yep.
Is it 12 or 15? Is that what you have there?
I don't know. No,
you got a Glock?
Yeah. So this is your typical handgun here, and like my handgun holds 14. Okay. And I tweeted.
Mine does something like that too.
Yeah. So I tweeted out a picture of my favorite, which is a Beretta 92FS compact. And holds 14.
So that would go away.
But then, I forgot who it was that tweeted me this story. Like, check that serial number there because Google apparently now logging them. Google and Facebook when you send out a picture of like your gun. So anyhow, I quickly pulled that down. I don't know what kind of database Google's building, but yeah. So this would be made illegal in the state of Arizona under this law. That's madness.
Yeah.
That's because you only need, one bullet? Is that right?
Yes.
You only need one bullet, right?
Yeah,
I mean, what's your problem?
Right.
You can't handle that.
Unbelievable.
So Arizona, I don't know what's happening there, Virginia, but these are the consequences of giving Democrats power.
If the bill passes and is signed into law, anyone in possession of an assault weapon or large capacity magazine will be able to either remove it from the state, make it permanently inoperable. So you have to break it up.
I guess you got to go Bo Jackson
bust
style
it,
over your knee or something. I have no idea what they're doing.
or surrender it to an appropriate law enforcement agency. They're talking
90 days. You got 90 days.
Oh, that is unreal.
To respond to this law if it passes.
Wow. In Arizona. We're not talking about California or Illinois or Massachusetts. That's in Arizona. Unreal.
So careful. Careful. Yeah. I'm just looking here at the setup in Arizona. It's close. So Republicans still hold the majority. But
hopefully that won't
But they
pass.
could be swayed on stuff like this. Like if the tide...
I don't have any
if the vote
confidence in-
happens around a shooting of some sort, but it's 17-13 in the Senate for Republicans, and the House is 31-29. So it doesn't take much.
Really close.
In Arizona. Be careful.
Jeez.
Don't screw around with this stuff.
Crazy. It's crazy. 888-900-3393. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Baseball season is just around the corner.
Yes.
And, some of
5
the
weeks.
excitement has been beaten out of me because of this stupid cheating scandal. I love the Astros, are my team. And this whole cheating scandal has really, really tainted everything they've done the last few years.
Yep.
What happened over the weekend, though, was Carlos Correa, one of the stars on the Astros, said that a couple of the other stars, like Jose Altuve, didn't participate in the cheating, and he's too modest to say anything. He's too good a guy. He's not going to say anything, but he didn't do any of it.
Yeah, and like the whole
which I thought was pretty cool.
Right, and don't rip my shirt off, things because his wife doesn't want his. He said his wife don't take that off. My wife doesn't want to be topless on TV, and the other thing was. The guy goes, he's going to hate me for saying this, but he got a really terrible tattoo. They did a terrible job with it, and he doesn't want that seen either, and all this stuff,
Yeah.
And so people are like, wow,
they
that's
thought
cool.
when he was clutching his jersey, he was hiding some device that
hiding
was
a buzzer
helping
or
him
Correct. Thank
cheat.
you for mentioning that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we thought, wow, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Altuve wasn't cheating.
Right.
Yes. Then D Downs sent me a little note.
Somebody sent a
D.
little note here
Downs,
from
yeah.
Sportsnet.
It's in a graphic
that gives
from the 2017 postseason, which is the one most in question.
Okay, from D.
Downs sent this. Yeah.
Boy. So at bats at home. Now this is just one stretch of the season,
This
though,
is the
right?
postseason. This is 27 postseason.
Oh, postseason.
As they're running to
right,
the title.
it says right there, postseason.
Okay.
Okay, so the 2017 postseason, Jose Altuve.
Batting average, pretty good, right? At home.
Yeah, at home, 472.
That is awesome.
Away, 143.
That'll get you a trip to the minors.
Home runs, 6.
At home.
Away, 1.
1. Oh, well.
RBIs,
RBIs,
12 at home.
Wow.
2 away.
Okay. On base percentage. What do we
On
got?
base percentage, 1.541 at home, 0.297 away. Ooh, that does not look good. No, but that's only postseason. I'd like to see the numbers for the whole regular season. I'd love to see the home and away numbers for the regular season because the Astros are famous for winning more games on the road than they do at home.
So
you
got a lawsuit. You got a pitcher who's suing because his career was ruined.
He was like 8-29.
Yeah, but no. Who are you talking about?
That pitcher that's suing him.
The Dodgers guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
But he had, didn't he get, he ended his career after getting shellacked by them.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, he gave up 7 runs.
Then you've
to
got
them.
Chris Medlin. He came up after battling through 2 Tommy John surgeries, pitched 1 time. It was a 7-run outing against the Astros and retired. And he might be a part of this lawsuit too, if you ask me.
So 1 game.
If I'm
Come on
advising
now.
him.
Come on. You can't blame your whole career on 1 game. Can you?
If you made the decision to continue or not based on, well, let's see if I still have it. This arm's been through it. Here we go. Banging on garbage cans and crap like that.
What was his record before his Tommy John surgery?
I don't know. It was good, though.
Yeah.
But
all right.
the Astros, they
People hate him now.
enlisted employees.
Everybody hates him now.
They use this technology. This was high tech. If you're leading off second base and you pick up a sign from the catcher and send it to the batter, that's one thing. But if you're using high tech and cameras and a system and you've got employees, no, don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, here we go. Chris Medlin, you asked, he was 41-26 with a 3.33 ERA.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And 174 appearances. He came up that one, his ERA was 15.75. So that one outing is the equivalent there.
I mean,
I don't know.
Astros are pretty good. That might have happened to him regardless.
Okay, and that's fair.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, what is the over-under on number of Astros batters getting hit by fastballs over 90 miles an hour this year?
I'm afraid it's pretty high.
I mean, you're up.
It's pretty high.
You're up 6 runs, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. You're like,
yeah.
You know what?
Everybody.
This is for everybody else.
Everybody's pissed at them. Everybody hates them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I mean, that first batter, I looked it up. Angels play the Astros on opening day. I don't want to be in that batter's box on March 26th or whatever day it is. By the way, fun fact, Braves and Astros are the last series of the year. And I'm hoping that, I hope it works out that the Braves are keeping the Astros out of the playoffs in that last series. So looking forward to September. Anyhow, yep.
I hope it doesn't work out that way.
What do you think Major League Baseball is going to do? Because the commissioner came out and was like, well, they've been punished enough in public with public sentiment. What? That's a punishment for how people feel about it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think everybody wants their World Series title vacated, right? That's what most people want.
I'm torn on that, but obviously,
I mean, what else are you going to do to them?
Yeah.
I guess you could suspend all the players.
Because they fined them, right? And then they took their first 2 picks in the next 2 drafts.
That's a lot. I mean, that's heavy. That's a heavy penalty.
I mean, the Braves lost some players that they had signed because they had communicated with them when they shouldn't have. Some young, South American players or whatever. So they just took them off their rosters. And that's how that worked out. But these guys just missing 4 draft picks and a fine.
And $5 million.
$5 million. That's what it was?
Yeah, and they lost 4 employees.
Oh. Wow.
So they fired their management team. They took away 2 top draft picks this year and next. And they had a $5 million fine. So the only other thing you could do, I guess you could suspend every single player on the team and make them play with a whole new, like a minor league roster for a season. Or you could vacate their World Series championship in 2017
the
or 18.
Braves general manager was banned for life from Major League Baseball.
Banned for life? Was he really?
Yeah, because for this improper contact with with prospects down in South America. The Astros.
That's a big penalty.
Astros lost 4 draft picks and won a World Series during the process. Just saying.
Yeah. So what do you want to happen to him?
I don't know. See,
what else?
And that's what sucks is that I sit here and rant about it, but I don't have
what
an
else
answer.
do you want? I mean, there's 2 things you can do. You can suspend all the players.
No.
For however long, or you could vacate the championship. Right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what most people want. I think most people want the World Series title taken from them.
I don't know. What do you think? I don't think they should take it
No.
from them.
It's tainted to me, though.
It just doesn't feel like...
I'm a huge Astros fan, and
it doesn't feel like the punishment is enough, though. Like, in other words, it almost feels like one extreme is take the title from them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other extreme feels like, I'm taking 4 draft picks. Yeah, deal with that. I mean, baseball is like however many rounds a draft is,
Yeah.
You take their first 2 picks, they're still going to stock
Well,
their
I think
roster.
this is going to be a really tough year for them. I mean, they're going to get booed everywhere they go. They're going to be, people are going to be throwing
Do you
stuff
think it's going to affect
them.
their performance?
Maybe.
Just the sheer public outrage, as the commissioner says.
And that'll be too bad, because then they'll say, see, they're not good. They're not that good. The cheating is what got them to where they were.
Haven't they suffered enough? Stop booing them. It hurts their feelings.
They have suffered enough.
Yeah.
I think they have.
Yeah.
So, let's just all get over it. Let's all move on.
But now steroids, though. Now, if you want to take some steroids and jack some home runs,
we're
not going to vacate those records.
No, we don't. And yes, I mean, which is a worse cheating?
You know what? Let's just ban baseball. Let's just get rid of it. No more baseball. We're good? It's just too tainted of a sport.
Kind of is now.
I think we solved the problem. You guys don't... Pitchers and catchers,
Stop
you don't
with
need
baseball.
to report. We're done. We're over it now. I just...